Hello there. I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that on ukulele. Classic MEATLOAF song, may he rest in peace. Great song for Valentine's week. It's a 1993 song written and produced by Jim Steinman. We're going to do the intro part. We're going to do some melody with some chords, and you can totally do this. And it's going to sound a little something like this. Alright, so to know this song, it is in the key of D, and there are going to be 5 chords. There's going to be 2 variations on the first chord, and here it is. Here are the chords that we're going to play. And we'll break them down one by one. If you already know these chords, you can skip ahead a little bit in this video. But the first chord is D, and D looks like this. And here's how you play it. Going from ceiling to ground, it is 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, open. Now you can choose to use 3 fingers. A lot of times when I play it, you'll see me using a bar, so I use 1 finger to mash down the 2nd fret of all those strings. Now the good thing with the song is when we comp the melody, we're really only going to play up to string 2, so if you tend to block out string 1 when you do that, it's not going to be an issue. And 2 variations on that chord will be the sus4, which looks like this. So sus4 means we're just going to suspend the major 3rd note of our D chord, and we'll find that one on the 2nd fret of string 2 when we play. So I'm going to suspend that in favor of the 4th note of the scale, which means I'm going to play fret 3, this G note, right here on string 2. So we'll go 2, 2, 3. And if you wanted the open in there, that would work too. But we're only going to play up to this melody note on string 2. Then the sus2 looks like this. Much like the sus4, we're going to suspend that 3rd note at the 2nd fret of string 2 in favor of the open note on string 2. So it'll be 2, 2, open, open. And when you see me play this, I'll probably be using these 2 fingers because it's only going to pop into the song once. Or at least the opening melody part. Alright, next chord is going to be A. A looks like this. It is an open chord, and it is 2nd fret from ceiling to ground, 2nd fret, 1st fret, open, open. 2nd fret, 1st fret, open, open. You got this. Next chord, G, looks like this. Alright, so the G chord from ceiling to ground starts with an open on the G string. Then I'm going to play the 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret. Open, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret. The B minor chord looks like this. And yes, B minor optimally can be played as a bar chord, just like we did for the D chord. But here I'm going to play the ceiling to ground, 4th fret, and then the rest are 2nd fret. So 4th fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret. Last chord, F sharp minor. F sharp minor, in all its glory, would be 2nd fret, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 4th fret. Now in the song, I'm not going to play this note, so you don't need to worry about it right away, but if you want to play a full F sharp minor chord in the future, that's a good way to do it. Alright, Now let's get cracking on this melody. So I'm going to break it down into small sections. So here's my first section. And here's how we're going to play it. Now when he sings, sometimes he says, I would do anything for love. And sometimes it's just, I would do anything for love. So it's going to vary like how many times you play certain notes. But at the beginning, he starts with the word and. So he goes, and I would do anything for love, right? Sorry, I didn't sing it. I was just saying it while I was playing it. But so the melody is just string 2, open, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, back to the 2nd fret. Then I'm going to roll it over to the 2nd fret of string 3, to the 3rd fret of string 2, back to the 2nd fret of string 2, and then the open, string 2. So it's all in string 2 except for the 2nd fret of string 3. If I put a chord with that, I'm going to put some D chords in there. So start with the melody and play the D chord through string 2. Part of the chord is, well, string 3 at the 2nd fret. I'm already holding it. And then the sus4. I'm going to add that 3rd fret in because it's part of the melody. And then I'm going to switch it to an A chord. An A chord, I'm only going to play it through to string 2, so I'm using a rest stroke where I stop on string 1. So that part is. It's going to happen a lot in the song. And here's the next part. So the melody for this one is going to be an A note and then a G note. Now you got your choice with the G. You can use the 3rd fret of string 2 or open string 4. I'm going to use the 3rd fret. I'm going to use the fretted note. So I got the A, G, G, F sharp at the 2nd fret of string 2, open string 2, open string 2, and then the 2nd fret. Now I'm going to put some chords with that. I'm going to use that sus2. D sus2, only up to string 2, because that's the melody note. Add on the D, so you'll see me play it this way. Follow that up with an A chord and a G chord. Now that's not part of the melody, but it's part of the song. Alright, so we put those two parts together and it sounds like this. Alright, next part of the song is going to look like this. Okay, and this is going to be really a combination of the first two parts. Starts off very similar. It's going to end slightly different. So we can still start off with, or in this case it is. It's the same up to that point. So if you got the first part down, you got this part down. And then right here it's going to change. Instead of playing a D sus, I'm going to play an A chord up to string 2. And then add on the sus2 technically. So I'm playing all the way through an A, then I'm playing the 2nd fret of string 3, then playing the 2nd fret of strings 4 and 3 together. Throw in the A and the G chord and you got it. So here's that whole second part. Then we get to, I guess, what you would call the bridge of this part. We're going to go to the minor chords. This is actually a pretty easy part melody-wise. So we have the second fret of string 3, open string 2, and second fret of string 2 to lead it in. That's open string 2, and second fret of string 3. Those are the only notes in that melody part. We're going to throw 2 chords over top of it. So again, if I didn't say, it looks like this. Okay, so adding in a B minor chord, I'm going to walk up, second fret of string 3, open string 2, second fret of string 2. And when I hit that second fret of string 2, it is going to be with that B minor chord that we talked about earlier. Then we'll switch to the F sharp minor chord. Melody note is on string 2 at fret 2. To the open. And then I'm going to throw in a G chord, but just play the lowest 2 strings. That's open string 4 with the second fret of string 3. B minor. F sharp minor. G. And then to add a little spice, I'm going to play the first 2 strings on the G chord. Walk it down to an F sharp at the second fret of string 2. And then close it off with an A chord. So I got B minor, F sharp minor, G, to the A, playing only up to string 2. All right, next part looks like this. Kind of sounds like the beginning. And a little different turnaround right here. Double A, first string, open. Second fret of string 2. Open string 2. And then into the G chord. G. Back to A. And then I'm going to get back into a part we've already played before. So from here, it's pretty repetitive with one variation. So if you got those first couple parts down, you're cooking. All right, here's the next part. Back to a D chord. D sus, A, D, D sus, throwing in an A note on top, playing the A chord all the way through to the first string, and adding on the second fret. So that part again is going to be D, sus, A, to the second string, D, sus, open A through the A string, and adding on the second fret B note. Next part. We've seen this before, to the G. I'll do a grand finale. And for the grand finale, double A, but instead of playing the F sharp note, the second fret of string 2, I'm going to play the F sharp note at the 9th fret of string 1. And then the E note at the 7th fret of string 1. Then we'll throw that D in with a bar and put a D note at the top at the 5th fret with the pinky. Just to give it a little spice. I mean, you can end it like that, but I think it sounds cooler. Especially if you're doing solo ukulele. Alright, so that's just kind of surmise how to play it. Hopefully I verbally explained it pretty well. If not, you have the tabs to go with it. Here's the master tabs at the end. Practice up, have fun, like, share, subscribe, and go forth and love one another.